Bolsonaro supporters block Brazil roads for a second day as president refuses to accept election loss.
Here's a summary of the article.
Rio de Janeiro. Truckers and other protesters on Tuesday blocked highways for second day in support of President Jair Bolsonaro, who has yet to accept his election loss to leftist Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. On Monday night, protests blocked roads outside São Paulo's Guarulhos Airport, the country's main international hub, and several flights were cancelled, local media reported. A banner reading, "Lula No!" hung off a bridge in São Paulo. Bolsonaro, often referred to as the "tropical Trump," for his similarities to the former American president, has yet to concede defeat more than 36 hours after official results showed Lula had won the presidential election by just 1.8 percentage points. The president has remained largely silent since the election results were announced, but Lula's victory was recognized by several Bolsonaro allies, and leaders from around the world, including allies of the president in China and Russia, offered congratulations to Lula. The state with the most roadblocks was southern Santa Catarina, where almost 70% of voters backed Bolsonaro. Traffic Police Chief Silvine Vasquez came under fire for posting an Instagram story on Election Day urging Brazilians to vote for Bolsonaro.
This post received a score of 57,000, with an upvote ratio of 90%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
No one saw this coming. No one.
Storming the Capitol in 3, 2, 1.
When history begins repeating itself every 2 years.
More like when the same group of people just throw a tantrum constantly.
Don't forget the army of fake voices behind them. Helps make them feel there are way more of them than actually exist.
I assume he's remaining silent to see if his followers will create enough chaos so he can call for a coup or something like that. And if it doesn't work, then he can always claim he always meant to accept the result. Either way, a piece of shit. You don't stay silent for 2 days after an election in a democracy. I'm so happy he lost. Shit, sorry guys, forgot to turn my phone on and didn't get the message, my bad, I'll step down now.
He said the night the results came out that he didn't want to talk to anyone and that he was going to bed. Dude slept himself into a coma LMAO.
His wife stopped following him on Instagram lol.
The main thing democratic elections are designed to ensure is peaceful transitions in power. This is extremely dangerous bullshit.
Exactly. What's the point of voting if candidates don't accept the results they lose?
It's either vote, volunteer, and uphold democratic institutions, or be sucked back into authoritarianism. It is easy to forget that democracy doesn't just happen. It requires people to care about the institutions. Otherwise they start to disappear as soon as the first power-hungry unscrupulous populist comes along. This pattern is equally true in every democracy. It'll be ethnic and religious minorities, poor people, and the intelligentsia who are hurt most.
Not only are wealthy people the least likely to suffer, they also have the most to gain. The year is 2042. King Bezos has consolidated his rule over the Upper Kingdom with an iron fist, brought to power on the back of his fearsome army of Amazons. Motto: "It's a prime day for you to die." Meanwhile, Archbishop Musk of the Southern Reich has been appointed Chancellor by God King Trump at the 12th Annual Baptist Barbecue and Senate, proudly sponsored by Chick-fil-A and the Cheeto, Ford Bible. Fuck. This is not satire. This is our future. Remind me in 20 years.
Wait, I've seen this episode.
This is the Netflix foreign reboot.
Nah, you think it's a reference to the other show, but it's actually just because both shows are adapting the same source material.
Probably the same writing team, TBH.
One fascist is hard to distinguish from another.
He has no imagination. He's simply copying his idol.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.